Yo, like I promised, today is the day that I complete the Mario scaling, which is going to be pretty peak. I have to invite other people in here. Hold on. This is going to be pretty peak, to be honest. Without further ado, um, just kind of want to get this out the way. I mean, hold on, I'm gonna make a post. What's happening? Anyways, we're gonna see how peak this truly will be. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right. Where I left off on the afterlife in Mario, which is the highest plane in the macrocosm, on my opinion. Well, it's been literally proven otherwise. So, anyways, I will be scaling Mario first, and then the undertale scaling will be at the end of the Mario scaling. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Yay! Let's get into it. Is that Jax or purple guy? It's purple guy. Now, since we have the pre-established macrocosm, which I explained within the last one, it contains the afterlife and the Boo realm, and the microcosm. Microcosm contains Type 4 multiverses at its absolute level, Platonism, all ideas of Buddhism, Taoism, Judaism, Islam, Christianity, Shintoism, Zoroastrianism, all of the innumerable religions. And we know that Platonism exists, collective unconscious, Carl Jung's, and so much fucking more. With the Boo realm being an extra dimensional realm, extra dimensional in context of it being a higher plane, obviously. And it's beyond. We know this because the Boo realm is beyond the pre-established microcosm, as I explained before. So now we are going to be talking about the multiverse of Mario, the infinite multiverses of macrocosms. This is going to be special. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that, yo. Anyways, um, this multiverse is actually called the Mario world. As I stated, that there's multiple universes which are in context of the macrocosm shown in the series, but they are notorious universes that are very important. I will be first talking about the totality of it. Now, this prologue is in Japanese, so I will be getting to that. It says, after winning the battle against the Demon King Bowser, rescuing Princess Peach, Mario says goodbye to the Mushroom Kingdom after witnessing its arrival and sets off to a new adventure to save people in other worlds where they are also being tormented by demons. Demons in Mario will have very important context. It was stated in the manual of Mario and other adventures, a world that is completely different from the Mushroom Kingdom, basically. A strange world and enemies I've never seen before await Mario. Guided by his guide, Anna, Mario arrives at the Adventure Kingdom, a strange world completely different from the Mushroom Kingdom. The stage for his adventure up until now, adventurers in his world full of traps and mysteries world working together with other characters from other worlds. Then it was stated that Mario explores this parallel universe and its worlds in the game's description. Toad is stated in his bio to come from another dimension, microcosm from another world, from an ancient world, which makes the ancient world a parallel universe macrocosm that is built on this similar to the main microcosm. So any cosmology information from ancient worlds can be applied to Mario's microcosm. But the totality of the multiverse of the macrocosm is infinite via a tippy backstory, as it was stated that she was scared to wander through dimensions of a which are in context of the macrocosm. Well, so she was going to be wandering through microcosms for eternity, meaning there's endless amounts of macrocosms. Hold on. Sorry, I'm back. Do you have any high outer arguments for Mario Comp or any canon continuity? Everything in Mario's canon. I'll talk about the canons at the end of the near end of my Mario scaling. Don't worry. Anyways, here's the scans. Yes, Mario has a manga or novel. As I said before, this this Japanese text says after winning the battle against the Demon King Bowser, all that, like I said before. Oh, here it is. The dialectical verdict. Holy jargon. Then this says that Mario must go to another world or explores a parallel microcosm. Uh, so yeah, these are pretty peak scans, not gonna lie. Could you explain how collective unconscious works in Mario's Cosmo? That's in the other video. You should go check that out. All right. It was stated that by Kuklex that the reality where he and Mario are located in a place where all known dimensions are a part of a larger aspect that is the Earth and the multiverse's own consciousness. Holy shit, they're alive. Even at Earth's conscious, Cook's wish landed on Star Hill. Star Hill is where people wishes all over Mario World fall there. Now let's see the temporal aspect of the Earth and Mario World. And if someone literally says that means it's 4D, I will literally fucking debate them on that shit. Anyways, it was stated that all back in the Super Mario Bros. 1 guide that there's different worlds. These worlds are said to be variations of the Mario world, which is the known multiverse. These worlds are stated to be parallel worlds. These worlds are said to be stories that are within stories. You'll find more stories within these new formally stories. You will find more stories, and the infinite recursion of stories continues on. These stories that we see in Mario Galaxy 2 is regarded as a story of the Star Festival, and the game sets in an alternate universe where the events of Super Mario Galaxy 1 didn't happen, which shows and supports the notion that these stories have limitless possibilities, and each possibility is a realized act alternate story world. So the multiverse is a multiversal narrative that follows many worlds interpretation on a type 3 level, like it's ran on it. Anyways, I'll show scans. This verse actually might be the second most strongest in fucking fiction, bro. Oh, that's cool. You want to know what else is more cool? Any questions before I continue? All right. In Mario 64, I will be talking about the paintings. The Mario 64 website, which is official, it is clear. It is known. It is. It makes it clear that the world of pictures or the paintings is a vast multiverse formed via the collection of picture worlds. Since I can't really like translate it because it's so fucking long, unless oh yeah, I got it. Don't worry. Each picture and painting world is stated to be a vast magical world. My bad. Vast magical worlds. These picture worlds shown to have parallel structures to the real world. As in Mario Odyssey, as Mario from Picture World has memories of previous events from past Mario games, which would include ones like the Mario 64, which shows that the games show a clear depiction of the structure of the reality of the Mario through the guidebook. So the painting worlds are a fictionalized parallel multiverse to the actual multiverse. So here's the scans. This little guy in the jumps. This little guy named Mario Negs Comp Sonic. By the way. Boop-bop, yep-bop. Now we're gonna go to the heavens and the skies. What is the heavens and the skies? This is a plane of existence that exists above the multiverse, as beings such as Geno patrols the multiverse from any threat, which is a context of the Mario world. This is a plane of existence that was stated to where the celestial spheres are located and is stated to be the heavens. Inside these celestial spheres, concepts such as time and space turn meaningless, meaning they hold no ontological value, which just makes them fucking out-reversal. This plane of existence is also stated to be in the plane of the power stars, as is stated Hat Geno comes from the domain of the power stars. I will be showing the scan in a minute. I have to go get some water. I'm back. Anyways, I'll show scans. Sorry I'm going too fast. Just kind of want to get this over with. Luigi. It's also stated to be a domain that transcends space and time itself. Even the laws of the lower world can't contain it. So this is a higher plane of existence than the multiverse, as shown through Rosalina's statements, which are pretty reliable considering how she which seems to be pretty relevant and reliable due to how she functions within the world. So the power is that transcends space time. You know, I was thinking that the gentle pole player would be literally controlling the cosmology for no reason. He's the great being. The gentle pole is not actually the player. It's a force, actually. Like you know how like Star Wars the force works? Like you know that kind of works. The gentle pull is basically that. Huh. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, the gentle player is not the gentle player. The gentle pull is not the player. But I understand where you're coming from. But we'll get to that on later. Now the demon realms. It stated that the multiverse contained its own demon realms. As it stated that Mario and Prince Andre rushed over to after receiving the call, and together they gathered all information about the demon realm on Earth. On Earth, which is the context of the multiverse, they couldn't find any clues. Has Princess Peach vanished from this Earth, or is she already there? However, it was Toad who discovered Princess Peach's hair ornament in an unexpected place. It was stated that the demon realm possesses its own dimension of time, its own time flow different of the main multiverse. Wow, that's so debunkable, but whatever. Um, the context says how to fill out the demon world's timetable. When Mario enters the demon world, the demon world of time is set. This is the way time is displayed in the demon world. It is very implied that there's more than one multiverse. Like one multiverse is equal to an infinite multiverse in context. WarioWare Gold. Red states that there is multiple demon realms, not just one, meaning that if there was one demon realm, then there is multiple Earths, as Earth contains its own demon realm, which is in context of the multiverse as always. And we got extra realms like the weapons realm. This is a realm that is stated to be suspended between the multiverse and the stars, which makes it a closed off dimension from all other realities, and the size is the similar to that of the Mario multiverse. Wow, that's giving Sonic vibes. With no fucking space, which is fucking inconsistent. Japanese text says, um, hold on, I gotta make sure this is the right one. But this context states that Mario and Prince Andre rushed ever receiving, that the second skin that I'm gonna show you is that how the Demon Realm has its own time. That's crazy. So that was pretty peak. Now we're going to get into the dreams. The dreams. Ooh, the dreams. Dreams are their own separate realities within the dream world. Dreams are stated to be universes with their space-time continuums cap. They are created through ambitions. Dreams are manifested from all ideas and fantasies. These said ideas and fantasies are said to be dimensions, as when Dreamy Luigi was crossing dimensions, he wasn't pulled to the dream world. He was fused with as Dreamy Luigi, only manifest in a dream, In a dream world, if Luigi manages himself with a dream world, and the fact that Luigi wasn't pulled to his dream world during the dimensional crossing in the boss battle means that these dimensions that Zkeeper was traveling to were the dream world itself. These dreams are said to be in a location on a different plane of existence, separated from all reality below. The dreams are stated to be higher planes of existence, consciousness. Dreams, dreams are also infinite stacked hierarchies, which is cool. As people within the dream can dream within a dream within a dream within a dream infinitely. More dreams within the real world. A dream. Anyway, we are shown that people can dream within a dream in the assessment process. Mario could dream within a dream world where he still feels with Luigi within that dream world, who is a whole dream world in a form of Luigi with a dream world in order to manifest that location according to the guides, meaning people from that dream within a dream world are actually stacking the dream with more and more sorry, of more dreams, as these dreams that people in these realms have are contained within the dream world as blah blah blah. So this would just mean that it's an infinite stacked recursion conceptual hierarchy. Dream worlds such as Dreamy Luigi are nothing but a mere drops of water to the actual structures that are the dreams of themselves. Let's get to it. This says this place is between reality and dreams. Hi Hyper. Someone in my chat. The reason why is that the reason why these dream worlds, such as Dreamy Luigi, are nothing but drops of water to the actual structure is the dream world. Meaning, no matter how many times a dream stacks itself in a dream world, they are nothing but lesser, infinitesimal aspects of a grander aspect of a dream world. Meaning that the dream world is a structure that not even in stacks of infinities can or will fill it completely. Anyways, here's the scans. Oh yeah. Now we got the Dream Depot, the most popular Mario meta. It's a realm that collects all dreams in the Mario world, which says, and because it's Japanese text, it says, beyond the night sky, beyond the stars, there is a Yume, the world of dreams, a land of dreams where all dreams of worlds come together. In this Yume, there are star spirits. They warmly watch over everyone's dreams. One day, a star spirit had a thought. It always give us lots of dreams in this world. Let's invite people who have the power to see such dreams to Yamar. Let's invite those who have power to see the world dreams to Yamar. Mario and his friends were chosen. Mario and his friends were chosen. Well, I don't know why I said that 2 times, but like the power of Mario and his friends were chosen. Come on, Mario, come to the world of dreams. We will entertain you with a party. And so they began a fun party of the star spirits, Mario and his friends. It is also stated that to be created from the star spirits themselves, and dreams are nothing but small spheres compared to the dream to actualized space. Alright, I'm going to show scans now. This is where I talked about the hello there, finally I know why people think Mario beats Sonic. There you go. Now we got the most confusing structure, the subcons. The subcons is an interesting realm as it was stated in the manual to be a world where its natural order is decided by people's dreams, as when there is good dreams, nature itself will be stable. But when there's negative dreams, like nightmares, which are counterparts of dreams, so they would steal the dreams, raging storms and nature disasters appear in subcons in order to sustain order. The Mu people build a machine capable of sustaining subcon only with good dreams. An incident that took place in a dream world um, called Dream World. This is a story of a faraway place that no one knows about. This is called a dream world where happy people called Mu lived. It is a very mysterious country, and the weather for that day is decided by everyone's dreams. If you have fun and you know what your dreams are like, until the day comes, So Mu and his friends invented a dream machine and decided to make lots of good dreams by collecting dreams. One day, a mysterious monster named Mamu tampers with the machine, and something bad happens. Dreamworld 1 during the Dreamworld machine, or Dream Machine, a lot of strange monsters appeared and caused a big fuss. Mamu was happy to see everyone in trouble, so they decided to teach him a lesson. They rushed into the dream machine and something he hated, it was vegetables. Mamu was crushed by all the vegetables and gave up and they lived happy ever. What a story, man. It is, and it's supported in official guidebooks that's that it by affecting the subcon, it's affecting all people's dreams. It was stated in the manual that Wart by doing chaos in subcon was causing havoc of all dreams in Mario World, meaning subcon contains the nexus of all dreams in the Mario multiverse. And it was stated in Super Mario Bros. 2 BSA USA that there are many subcons as dreams, as there are dreams that people had. I guess I'll show the scans because I'm so tough. He broke out of school just to watch the stream. That's diabolical. Go back to school. That's fucking crazy. What's up, insanity? Anyways, as I stated within another guidebook, however, there not may be one subcon that was torturing them, that there were many subcons as there were dreams people had after escaping Mamu and this gang quickly slipped in other dreams, repeating their evil deeds over and over and over and over again. Your Majesty, let us use the power of to protect the subcon. Okay, let's ask the Mario. Let's ask Mario and the others. There should be countless dreams, as in the Mario lore. There are infinite people inhabiting endless planets within the infinite galaxy. Galaxies are scaled back in my other stream, which means that there's infinite subcons presented within the cosmology, meaning there's infinite subcons containing all dreams of each world, meaning that there should be infinite amounts of multiverses for each subcon to contain its dreams. Basically, it confirms my hypothesis on one multiverse equals an infinite multiverse, and since there's infinite amounts of multiverses, there would just be an alpha omega amount of these multiverses since it continues infinitely. With each one containing its own demon realm and its own heaven to patrol it. Basically, there's an infinite subcons, and each subcon contains a dream in the world. Basically, there's infinite subcons, all that. Scan time. Scan time! Yay! For the people who say this is hyperbolic because it feels infinite, that's automatically fucking false. As the statement has an ontological obligation. Therefore, it can just be actualized by Plato's beard. Oh yeah, I forgot to show that there's infinite amount of planets. Whatever. It's not so special. All right, y'all ready for some Dragon Ball shit? The timelines. Oh yeah, we go into the timeline shit. Dragon Ball type shit. The timeline refers to a structure that contains all worlds, dimensions, existence itself within it. Meaning it's a hyper timeline, which contains all worlds, dimensions, existence itself within it, like Dragon Ball. And it was stated in the manual but that the dark prognostics, which tells all future events in the timeline until the end of the world, basically it can predict all future events until the end of time itself. And in this world is shown to be a timeline, as Merlin states that the void will consume the world itself and its presence itself, which means all worlds start to collapse. We have the Paper Mario world, which is said to be a parallel world, which on the website calls this a world, a universe, which basically means it's a parallel timeline to the actual timeline. But the most important thing in that game is Star Cloud calling it a Mushroom Kingdom. Oh shit, here's where things get confusing. The next world I want to bring up is Mario plus Rabbids, which is said to be a parallel timeline to the actual timeline. And then the website calls this parallel timeline and Mushroom Kingdom yet again, just like how Paper Mario World was stated to become a Mushroom Kingdom, which the director of the series states this timeline is a pre-existing world in a big multiverse, meaning that there's an infinite multiverse of these fucking timelines, meaning that every fucking thing is canon, everything, movie Mario, TV show Mario, game Mario, Mario Kart, all of that. There is no escaping this. You're done, Sonic fans. You're done. After they see my streams, they're done. Nah, I'm kidding. I don't care. In a big multiverse. Everything, not everything in Mario is canon. I'll establish canon later. Actually, I can do it now, real quick after this. Hold on. Let me just show a scan. So, all right. I guess I'll explain the pre-established canon before we go, because people are doubting this is all canon. It is what it is. It is what it is. It was shown in the Japanese art book of Mario Odyssey that there is a section that states to show every past adventure Mario has went throughout the series, which means it will show any canonical events that Mario and his friends went through in the main community, which includes all Mario's content, including advertisements themselves as commercials for Super Game Boy featuring scientist Mario. DK is shown to be one of the gallery of canon Mario stories. The Stellaview advertisement is a present among the three canon stories. This also includes the Nintendo 3DS theme ads. Mario Paint is also canon. Mario Paint isn't really quite a game, but rather a program that lets you paint, draw, and make music, which makes the programs featuring Mario's canon as a part of the main timeline, which would which would make the Mario quiz cards canon, as it was stated to be an educational program that features Mario and his friends learning information around the world with you in their adventure. According to the co-writer of Mario, warehouse all his ideas in every in-universe story of Mario and Waluigi is now canon, as it is Nintendo related media, meaning that anything published under Nintendo's name is canon. Now, how is this related to Mario stories? Well, because they are part of the Mushroom Kingdom of all dimensions, which I will be going into that in a second. Actually, I think I could do that real quick. Other Mushroom Kingdom of all dimensions. Hold on, now yeah, I need to get it. I have to treat it like a script because I have dyslexia. Oh shit, I forgot a few scans. Hold on. About the timelines. Don't worry, it's not that big of a deal. Alright, now we can continue. The Mushroom Kingdom of all dimensions. Dr. Mario Kung manga expands this idea, as it was stated that there exist all possible timelines, parallel worlds existing within a big multiverse. This multiverse consists of the variations of the cast from other games, as we see Peach from Super Mario Bros. 1 and the Peach from Super Princess Peach is in. Games are said to be possible futures in Mario Kung, as Mario and Luigi manage to travel a possible future of a possible sequence named Super Mario Bros. 5. These timelines are said to be nothing set in stone when it comes to the future, according to Tappy Lane, and Merlin supports this, as he states that the future of a world timeline is nothing more than a blank page, meaning that there's infinite possibilities of what can happen within a timeline. And these possible futures can be branched into new timelines, as possible futures are stated dimensions after time traveling into the future and returning to his own timeline in the novel. Basically, timelines is capable of generating endless possible futures in forms of dimensions. Timelines, newly formed worlds will generate endless possible futures, and the cycle continues. It is supported in mangas and dimensional pipes, which links to every Mushroom Kingdom dimension existence. If someone uses it incorrectly, they could be lost in dimensional pipe, wandering these worlds to eternity. And there is a higher dimensional space existing between all timelines. as it was stated in the manga, where it resides not only in the past but the future at the same time. Mario and Paper. Didn't I not just explain the Mushroom Kingdom of all dimensions? I mean, I'll send scans, but like, what? What? Says interdimensional pipe. I'm lost forever and ever. Great. We're almost done. Don't worry. Mark, you don't even have to explain. I already explained the Canon City, how it works. Uh, oh yeah, Canon City. My bad. And since that this is a big collection of all possible timelines and stories from every Mario story, as these are collections of Mushroom Kingdoms, and since every Mario story is canon, but basically everything is included in Mushroom Kingdom of all dimensions, meaning all mangas, novels, movies, TV shows, and any Mario media is canon, but on a separate world and Mario Multiverse. Let's get the scans. J. Bang Bang. Will fade. Bang Bang. I hate how Donkey Kong looks. I'm sorry. Well, it's complicated about the canon city of Mario. Like sure, there is a statement out there which I don't think I have about all Mario's are the same Mario, which probably is in context of their attributes. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Oh God, Mario wears a spacesuit, therefore he can't breathe in space. Get out. Oh yeah. Crazy how I'm cooking this hard. Mm-hmm. Anyways, now we can move on. Yay! We're almost done, don't worry. Then we have the Doors of Doom, which is stated to be an artificial world created by scientist Goomba named Dr. Feuerstein. A world where leads to passages this could lead to an individual to all known worlds in cosmology. Basically, think about the cosmic interstate from some Archie comics. That's basically what that is. So it's basically just a cosmic interstate. All right, now we have the Territory. What is the Territory? Said to be a realm that transcends all dimension of reality and is on the plane beyond the boundaries of time and space, which would make it a higher world beyond all known dimensions of reality, which would include the timelines and its space. Then we have worlds beyond the scope of the Mushroom Kingdom, as is shown that the totality of creation exists. So this is basically the entirety of creation itself. It contains worlds beyond just the Mushroom Kingdom, and we have worlds like Bomberman, The Legend of Zelda, Skylander, IDW Comics, Transformers, Marvel, DC. Basically, yeah, Mario is not alone in the Sonic scaling. Just let you know, Mida Gabura, you fucking ass. Nigga. Anyways, oh yeah, views the entirety of Nintendo as pure fictional. Now we have Warp space. This is a space that was first mentioned in Furushaba Mario first novel, as it was stated to be where Mario dragged a young kid to his world. That's kind of crazy in context, without context, aka the game world, the game's world. Through his voice, as we know this via Luigi kind of interacting the kid through within the warp space. The same way Mario interacted with the kid by dragging the kid from his world to the Mario world. That sounds so crazy without context. This realm was brought back again in Mario Odyssey to be a mysterious space for warp tunnels within it. These tunnels are described as portals, and meaning the warp space encompasses all known portals within the verse, which would include the extra dimensional portals, which literally just exist within Mario's planet, by the way. Tonga uses it in order to conquer worlds throughout creation, and the dimensional warp is also said to be a portal. A Mega Man scan, baby. I don't know. The player's realm, which is the final realm. The realm is where it's basically as the home of the players, aka us, and is the highest point of existence in the Mario cosmology, and views all Mario content, media, games as fiction, as characters like Beavis state that they lack comprehension when it comes to players. So, in conclusion, the Mario cosmology is tier zero, with Mario being the avatar of the player and scaling into it. Do y'all want to go to extras, or do y'all want to go to the Undertale scaling? I feel like we should do the extras before we do the Undertale scaling. Not gonna. Y'all want to do that? I redid it. I rescaled it. Well, I'll do extras. Don't worry. Yeah, now can you scale Mega Man? I think it is tier zero or higher since a lot of things passed. I don't really scale Mega Man. Sorry, I'll think about it though. The Mushroom Kingdom is beyond the imagination. And we know that infinite spatial temporal dimensions exist within the microcosm due to my last video proving that all branches and concepts of mathematics exist within the verse. So that would just mean that there's infinite spiral temporal dimensions within the microcosm. I don't think I need the scans to prove that since it's already pre-established. That's pretty much it. Kind of. Most of the scans that I have are probably now irrelevant, but they could still help, kind of. But in conclusion, Mario's verse is tier zero. Its cosmology is tier zero. So let's speak. If infinite space between time and space feels rare, infinite 5D. All right, we did it. We finally finished Mario scaling. Now we can move on to the undertale scaling. I'm excited for this one. Yellow. All right. To explain things, Stan states, who is reliable to verse, that there's an infinite branching of ontology of timelines, like timelines jumping left and right, which basically means that there's an infinite set of neighboring timelines that are consistently branching left and right. And since each timeline covers the space time continuum, which would make it 4D, making each timeline a fourth dimensional structure. But each twist creates a timeline, but these are in a low outer versal amount, as with the fun values changes with every reset and save and load, each choices existing as alternate universes. Office states that there's alternate universes about the same timeline that these are created through choices. The context is basically that about the human's choices, she would be aware about the true pacifist route as an alternative timeline. So this would make that the human's choices are exits as alternate universes. If we decide to make a true pacifist route, it will happen. If we don't, then it absolutely wouldn't happen, which would mean it's butterfly effect. Since there's infinite opportunities within the verse, that there would mean there's an infinite amount of choices, as opportunities are in context of fucking choices. And infinite, in a sense, infinite choices equal infinite universes and timelines. And each timeline branches out to another infinitely, meaning that there's infinite timelines, meaning there's infinite choices, meaning there's infinite timelines where each branch creates more infinite timelines, meaning there's an alpha omega amount of timelines and alternate universes. This is consistent with the infinite opportunities which correlate to these as you know what. Anyways, here we go. Yep, I fucking did the same scam one twice. No, I didn't. Wario Tier Zero, Sonic Victim, get out. You need to leave! This is even the most craziest part. Undertale has presupposed the existence of quantum mechanics of the universe and quantum superpositions. But it's just a book. It's just a book, a joke book. The statements for the quantum mechanics are quoted as an ontological obligation, therefore, by Plato's spirit, we can assume it's actualized. And by the principle of sonatic simplicity, the most coherent system is the sentence is that quantum mechanics and quantum superposition has an actualized existence, which is shown through here. It's a joke book. Take a look inside. Inside the joke book was quantum physics. Quantum physics is a part of quantum mechanics, so. Well, also butterfly effect is the idea that small things can have nonlinear impacts on a complex system, basically. And the concept is imagined with a butterfly flapping its wings, causing a typhoon. Of course, a single act like the butterfly flapping its wings cannot cause a typhoon. Hold on. Anyways, I'm back. This would make each uh, timeline high hyperversal. But I don't agree with the infinite Hilbert space scaling because it needs to be instituted within some objective reality, but within Undertale's context, it does. As we know, timelines branching, all that. Anyways, I will be using the David Dustiche proposition argumentation to prove that there's nomological possibilities and impossibilities within Undertale. So basically, if there's a nomological impossibility, right? Like example, a pink unicorn that can teleport, we could diagonalize a world X to it, and then that had the same stuff happen to it due X's probability. So 1 in a million chance atom waves function get to that Born rule, and we end on the sides of the interpretation that it is a possible world. So some people can raise issues except for you know's energy, but you can't appeal to quantum mechanics again and say it can be illusion, and that it can be basically the same predicate by Olympian's law. Causality is just heretic, so we use this. We use so it's just heretic. We use this. I'm arguing not to use. I'm arguing to use it because I mean you don't have to argue against it because Bell's theorem argues strictly against P because Q, and argues some non-determinism, and even in logic it is not action. But we usually use stuff like Bayesian's inference to approximate it with formalization, but it's just heuristics, which means it still applies. So that would just mean it's like 1t, like 1t timelines. But since we can get this even higher, there would be possible worlds being actualized and unactualized, as shown within Undertale's narrative, which would imply a form of possible worlds, manipulation of which the save files would share. But its premise of them not being actually actual ontology at an index of a temporal dimension implies possible worlds manipulation and superiority over classical forms of logic. If we do presuppose a non-dialectical system, then this raises temporal issues such as the grandfather's paradox, that 2D representations of what cannot be loaded due by vulturnal divergencies. So basically, 1T on a higher level. Oh shit, I forgot to send scans for this. Oh fuck. Never mind, I don't have to send scans for the extended model realism shit because it makes sense. As we justified extended model realism, we can justify Quinn's model realism with an Undertale. Physical principles of ontological economy would imply that they are not actual at the same time due to their nature. If they could be instantaneous within like every time, that would violate principle of ontological parsimony, since it imply the actuality of them within another mode of being, since they are clearly not actual at the time. So if these states of affairs, which can be composed through voltonal divergencies, have temporal indexes that correspond to the world's individual worlds rather than referring to other ones, basically how timelines work, they don't instantaneously new branches through volturnal divergencies. Like, let's say I choose that pizza over hot dog, right? Since you can clearly index temporal stuff as states of affairs rather than referring to new instantaneous worlds, MUI's branching ontology, which isn't compatible within Undertale. So basically, it's a branching ontology. There be no skip of continuity as for each possible worlds. The phenomena attached to these agents' perception would correspond to the new state of affairs. Next events causing new divergence branch. Basically, it's more parsimonious, aligning with the ontological comedy, aka Quinn's monorealism. Basically, based off its ontological obligations, if you're obliged to a concept, for example, it would be actual. This spans out of anything, like 0 equals 1, concepts of space and time, pataphysics, all of that. For example, if your statement has an ontological obligation to it, then it's actual. Hold on, let me check the chat. Sansa's skeleton, thus below human level. Okay, that's kind of funny. Okay, that's kind of funny. Okay. That's funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's a good joke. Anyways, now I'll be going through a reliable philosophy video of Undertale, which basically says what do Undertales and Deltarune say about the meaning of life, which are all fucking canon. Which basically presupposes Heiligen's absolute spirit existing in Schopenhauer's philosophy. You could look up that video, by the way. But there's other ways to presuppose Schopenhauer's philosophy. Love, hope, compassion. This is what people say monster souls are made of. After all, humans have proven their souls don't need to need these things to exist. The absolute nature of soul is unknown. Let's get started. Souls are known as infinable and intimate. This aligns with the philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer's view to the will of life, where he described the will as just not beyond thought, but beyond intuition or beyond systemic validity itself. It is beyond all rational projections onto it, and is transcendent of proposites of our principle intuitions. Intuitions, whatever. Fuck! Anyways. So, for the intimate part, P1, the mind cannot be modeled by a Turing machine or any model of computation. Since qualities are processes which are accessible only to the individual experiencing them, models of computation are accessible to information. So, via a disjunctive syllogism, qualities are not computable. Mutations would have to be introduced new variables if they were done from an intimate process. So new entities may not to be introduced. Therefore, it satisfies Schopenhauer's description of it being intimate to life itself. And any judgments done through qualas would be projecting subjective experiences onto it. As P2, all judgments and predictions about objects would be projecting categories which are done through qualia, and the subject being itself. So, in conclusion, one cannot recognize the object for what it is without projecting qualia onto it. So, premise, therefore, the nomina would be existence and ontologically lack time and space with an undertale. So, Undertale's soul's cosmology satisfies the predicates Schopenhauer makes about the will of life. Therefore, souls are likely embodying Schopenhauer's philosophy. Hold on, let me see. Random scaling. Sans can take the highest possible damage within the Undertale. The damage of level 1 knife would be equated to 3. Well, the knife, I'll get to the knife in a minute, maybe. This is just cosmology wise, though, so. Fuck! Anyways. You can also prove that the souls are platonic in nature. As we already know that Undertale souls embody universal concepts especially universal ones on the temporal axes, and entirely making them abstract and then making them immutable. And since the universal concepts they be perfect and monumental, souls don't need a physical body to exist and persist beyond it, entailing their metaphysical platonic forms. Since since Flowey states that the soul is the accumulation of your being, what is accumulation? Y'all want to know what accumulation is? I'll give y'all time. Oh, my bad, sorry. I zoned out for a second. Basically, think of accumulation as your embodiment, basically. Also, W calcs, Ethan. Anyways, I'll just show scans that the hold on. Next Fortnite W. Anyways, since abstract means in context of this, which is basically what souls are in Undertale. Sci-fi timelines embody sci-fi. Why is sci-fi relevant? Why is sci-fi relevant? Why is sci-fi relevant? Sci-fi has metaphysics. Look at this. Their official encyclopedia has metaphysics. Oh my god. Back on here. And since Undertale is shown to be physically embodied with code, the verse has been shown to be embodied in lines of code. We know this due to how it fucking works, or how the verse works, which would suggest that the whole verse is a mathematical verse. And then it deletes the file. And then it shows that they're made up of these said fucking code. Meaning that the coded verse would correlate to it being a mathematical platonic digital verse, aka mathematical realism, which basically suggests that mathematical entities are abstract, have no spatial, temporal, or casual properties. They're eternal and unchanging. Basically, zero timelines. I will be showing scans of this. Boom! Bah! Ouch! Holy fuck! This is so tough! And then in another reliable video, a Jungian analysis, which basically studies the Jungian archetypes within said verse. Look up the Archetypes of Undertale by Detective Marr, and it states that Jungian archetypes can exist within Undertale, and since Jungian archetypes exist, it's a necessity for collective unconscious to exist. So basically, Undertale has a collective unconscious. Schopenhauer's philosophy, Platonism, mathematical Platonism, all that. So in conclusion, Undertale is also tier 0. Man, I'm tired. Ethan, just say it's fucking wall level. Sans can obviously scale to this, as it is shown. Hold on, I need to get it. It is stated that the soul is the very essence of someone, and as such they bypassed conventional durability. But Sans fought a peak level 19 car in Frisk and canonically won 13 times. The 13, like the +1, it's actually 12, but the 13 is the spare kill. And since Kara, who is the embodiment of Frisk status, like stats, and gained power from them, destroyed the entire world of Undertale, reducing it to pure darkness. Then with the room where Kara talks to you, being even called room nothingness, destroyed every file, everything, and originally was going to destroy the game itself. and is stated by Sans to be the cause of everything ending, and they would keep consuming timelines until everything ends. And he should be the fastest in the verse, as he's capable of dodging Karo's attacks even while sleeping. We fucking know this via the fucking hold on. We know this because of the fights, obviously. It's him dodging it. Here's the kicker. Flowey stated that he has to reset during his fight with Sans. Base Flowey couldn't have done something like that as he doesn't have enough determination, so it must have done by Photoshop Flowey or Azrael. And since Photoshop Flowey metafictionally transcends the Undertale verse, as he views it as a game, since he could kick you out of the game, he would have to view it as fiction to transcend the verse inaccessibly to kick you out. As it's shown through here.
Mifo's down 10%?
So, what are we thinking?
It's the high end of a small building. Cool. That also debunks 1 HP stands, by the way. Well, yeah, Sans is also able to crash the game. What the hell? There it is. Well, that was pretty peak. Well, that's also the end. Sans is also able to crash the game, yeah, due to the dirty hacker ending, yes. Well, it was a pretty fun time. This was a great day. Great stream, y'all. I'll see you on the next one, bro. Bye bye.